War never changes. In 1950, my great-grandfather, Pedro Ventura, went to fight in the Korean War and participated in the occupation of Japan. He wondered when he would be able to go home and see his family. He finally got his wish and was discharged and was able to go home. But this isn't about my great-grandfather. This is about war and how it shapes humanity. War has shaped the boundaries of nations and has brought the rise and fall of many great empires. War is the furnace in which nation economies boom and are forged with the blood and sweat and tears of the people. Just look at the idea of the American dream, a dream that looked so promising and so real in the 1950s. That dream came from the world's most deadly conflict, where 70 to 85 million people died, an estimate we are still unsure of to this day. With the end of World War II, the U.S. economy, not shattered by the horrors of war, came out like a screaming eagle, ready to take its place as an economic and military superpower, the likes that we've never seen before in the history of civilization. America's own economic success has the majority of the time come from war. Just think about the computers that we use today, computers that were built to break German codes in World War II. The planes that many of us have seen are inventions from the war, which quickly took us from the age of prop planes to the age of jets, which itself birthed the aerospace industry, which currently employs 2.2 million Americans and brings in a total of $1.54 trillion US, which is 5% of our nation's GDP, and shows no sign of slowing down. Currently, the U.S. spends $1.5 trillion on the defense of our nation, from buying an $82.5 million aircraft to buying a 35-cent orange for soldiers. If you were to take a guess of how much people the military-industrial complex employs, you might say 7 million people maximum, or, with a low ball, 2.2 million people. The truth is, it's only 5 million people, which ranges from the soldiers fighting the ground to the person who works on the assembly line building missiles. 5 million is only 3 million less than the whole city of New York combined. What that complex is those 5 million people bring in $500 billion to the U.S. economy, contributing 1.5% of the U.S. economy and GDP. Well, how does war shape our culture, you might ask? Well, a lot actually. The hippie movement during the late 60s and 70s were a response to the government's actions in the Vietnam War. Other movements we currently see in the modern day are the Free Palestine movement and the American First movement, which has come as a response to the war in Gaza and foreign military policies that have been taken by our government. It's only been 5 years since the war on terror officially ended. A war, like the Cold War, deeply scarred the U.S. public psyche for years. And with the ongoing war in Iran, the U.S. public might not ever truly recover from it. Whilst you might not like the man, a key reason why Trump was elected in 2024 was the lie he created about securing America's spot as the world's superpower, which was severely diminished with the failed evacuation of Afghanistan and the war in Ukraine. The gas prices that we are already increasing in the state from failed policies of Democratic leadership have now exploded exponentially under Trump's war, increasing the burden on families even more. This burden in turn will lead to new movements, just like the hippie movement, which we might even see in the coming future. With the war in Iran and Ukraine comes new innovations, like the drones we see today, and the increased funding in hypersonic missiles, which will be beneficial in helping mankind finally take its place among the stars with advanced spaceships. While some might say that U.S. time as a superpower is coming to an end, and it's a good thing, they fail to realize deep down inside us all, we like to be part of the world's #1 superpower, and will benefit from our nation's position as it, whether that be from buying advanced iPhones and Starbucks, to even just books and rudimentary items. At the end of the day, only time will tell if humanity will prepare and face unforeseen consequences due to war, because in reality, war never changes.